Namaste. Let me go to Module 3, Integrated Water Resource Management. So the meaning of integrated, it is unified, combined together. So integrated water resource management. Integrated management means that all the different users of water resources are considered together and they are able to take account of overall social and economic goals including achievement of sustainable development. Then management, actually it is a broader sense. It emphasizes that we must not only focus on development of water resource, but that we must manage the water development. So here you can see the four factors. One, it is environmental sustainability, then economic efficiency, then social equity and water governance. If you are achieving these factors, these four factors, then you can see the sustainable use of water. So what water resources we have, we can preserve for the next generation. Let me go to second slide. See, these are the topics I am going to present on this presentation. First one, it is a definition of IWRM. Then the principles, what are the principles it is there in integrated water resource management. Then how to implement the implementation of IWRM, integrated water resource management. And these are the few questions it is asked in your previous video question paper and how they asking the questions. See, first one, it is explain the concept of water resource management. Then principles. So what is Dublin principle and Rio declarations, and narrate the sectors benefited by integrated water resource management, and explain legislative and institutional and organizational framework of IWRM. See, why this IWRM or integrated water resource management, it is very important. See, these are the problems we have already seen. We all day by day we can see such kind of problems. So of course we know the resource under pressure and population under water stress. The current population, it is 7.2 billion. Every day there is the population goes on increasing. The pressure on, lot of pressure on resources. See, some area you can see there is a water resources due to households or the anthropogenic activity by human activity. You can say there is the water getting polluted by industrial wastes or household wastes. So this first image, I can say this is very common image in the cities. And impact of pollutions. There are n number of water related diseases. There you can see some area there is a drought due to water crisis, and some area see the people are walking kilometers for collecting the drinking water, and there is a water governance crisis. Okay, so these are the problems we have, and we can give the solution for this problems by IWRM. See, look at this image. Actually it is a holistic approach. It is giving the correct meaning of what IWRM it is. Okay, so there is one river, and of course we are collecting the water from the rivers by there is a inlet. Okay, so after intake of water there is a purification system. After purifying the water, then it is goes for distribution sector, and distribution, of course there is a categories where it is how much it is agriculture, how much it is industries, and how much it is domestic, or you can say households. And after using of water, again it comes to for collection tanks, then again treatment, then again it is recharging or it is reusing. So everything it is a cyclic process. Okay, so this is what integrated approach. There is no waste of water. Okay, and these are the main challenges of IWRM. One, it is securing the water for the people, and securing the water for food production, protecting the vital ecosystems, dealing with the variability of water in time and space. Suppose if you are implementing a structure, conservation structure in the flood affecting area, by the time maybe in the rainy season, those structure it will be getting problems. Maybe there is a flood, and managing risk. So based on the scarcity problem, the drought affecting area, flood affecting area, we have to manage the risk, and creating the popular awareness and understanding about water crisis, especially the agriculture, or you can say the farmers or industrial people. They don't know, they may not aware about the global warming, climate change, then how to reducing the rain. Okay, so how to recharging. Okay, so those awareness those awareness information we can give to those people. Okay, so what is the solution for this? What are the problems we see, and what are the solution? We can build the dams. Okay, we can build the dams, and we can approach for the well knowledge persons, especially expert of water resource engineers, and we'll give for a technical solution, especially the wastewater purifying system. Okay, how to low cost purify systems. Okay, so those are the solution for these problems. Now we'll come to the definition of integrated water resource management. IWRM is a process which promotes the coordinated development and management of water, land, and related resources in order to maximize the resultant economic and social welfare in an equitable manner without compromising the sustainability of vital ecosystem. So it is a process. It is a process which promotes the coordinated development and management of water, land, and other resources. It is included. If you are taking a river basin, it's combined. Actually, you can say it is combined. There you can see the land. There you can see the vegetation. There you can see the settlement. There you can see the agricultural land. Everything it is together, and everything it is managing. Then you can see the integrated water resource management, and maximizing the resultant of economic and social welfare with equitable manner. There is no partiality, everything it is equal, then without compromising the sustainability, all the resources. Okay, so equitable manner, and then it is preserving for the next generations. Okay, so this is the meaning of IWRM. See, what are the principles? What are the principles in IWRM? Okay, the concept of IWRM, it is emerged around in 1980s in the response to increasing the pressure on water resources. Okay, so there is a Dublin principle. Okay, Dublin principle. Dublin, actually the place name in Ireland. There is one international conference. It is held in January 31st, 1992. There is experts meeting on water related problems that took place on 31st January 92 at the International Conference on Water and Environment, ICWE, Dublin, Ireland. On this meeting or conference gave rise to four principles that have been basis for much of subsequent water sector reforms. Okay, so these are the four principles, Dublin principles, for guiding the implementation of IWRM. First one, it is saying fresh water is finite and valuable resources essential to sustain life and development and the management. So what it says, no, the freshwater resources is natural assets. We know very small percentage of freshwater we have. Okay, so you can say the world water freshwater distribution, almost 3% of freshwater we have. In that some are it is, you can see in the polar ice caps, and some are it is groundwater, but all the groundwater it is cannot extract. Okay, only 0.03% of freshwater, or you can say surface water, it is there, and that is the reason we are saying it is freshwater is very finite, and it is a natural assets need to be maintained to ensure that the desired services to be provided are sustained. And second principle saying water development and management should be based on participatory approach involving users, planners, and policymakers at all the levels. The freshwater resources is a natural asset, and that needs to be maintained to ensure that the desired services to provide are sustained, and water is a subjected which everyone is a stakeholders. Everyone has a responsibility to conserve the water. The third principle, it is women play a central part in the provision, management, and safeguarding of water. Uh, it is widely acknowledged that women play a key role in collection and safeguarding of water for domestic and in many cases agricultural use, but they have a much less influential role than men in management, problem analysis, and decision making process related to water resources. And fourth principle saying water has an economic value in all its competing uses and should be recognized as an economic good. Within this principle, it is vital to recognize the basic right of all human beings to have access to clean water and sanitation at an affordable prices. Affordable prices. So these are the four principles, and here you can see the fresh water is finite and valuable resources essential to the sustained life and development of management. And water development and management should be based on the participatory approach involving users, planners, and policymakers at all levels. And women play a central part in the provision, management, and safeguarding of water. And water has an economic value in all its competing uses and should be recognized as an economic good. Now we'll come to IWRM addresses 3 E's. I said in the first slide actually. Okay, we'll come to here. 3 E's: economic efficiency, environmental sustainability, then social equity. Three basic pillars of IWM are: one, it is enabling environment and appropriate policy and laws; the institutional roles and framework and management instruments for this institution and apply on the daily basis. Actually, these are the 3 E's. I will explain. First one, it is economic efficiency, environmental sustainability, and social equity. First one, economic efficiency: bringing the greatest benefit to the greatest number of users possible with available financial and water resources. So whatever your structure implementing for conserving the water, okay, so those are it is benefit to the greatest number. Suppose you are constructing the big dams or large dams, you are spending crores of money, but those recovery, or you can say those useness, if it is not available, then those project there is less impact. Okay, so suppose if you are constructing a dam, it is very less populated region, or you can say less agricultural land area, or there is no use of that. Okay, so that is suppose you are crores of money you are spending for the construction of canals, but those canal it is not usable. Maybe there is those area already the water it is there, they have the well network of streams. Okay, so canal network it is not using. Okay, then there is a economic efficiency is less. Okay, so this is requires that the most of economic efficient option is selected. The economic value is not only about price, it should be considered the current and future social and environmental cost and benefits. And second is in IWRM, it is ecological sustainability, requires that aquatic ecosystem are acknowledged as users and that adequate allocation is made to sustain their natural functioning. Ecological sustainability, suppose if you are implementing any structures for conservation water, maybe there is a ecological problem, some species going to die, or some it is affecting, especially if you are constructing a dam, what is the downstream side and what is the upstream side, what are the problems they facing, and there is a ecological effect will become, and it will focus on that issues. Then social equity. So after implementing the structure, there is no means there is no gender discrimination. You can say all are it is equal. How you are supplying the water by you can say there is no caste discrimination, there is no gender discrimination. All are it is equal, and all have a right of use of water. And you can say suppose the wealthy people they will get more water, and poor people there is less. There is no partiality on uh, uh, there is no partiality on the water, okay, water resources. So that is what it means to ensuring equal access for all to an adequate quantity and quality of water necessary to sustain the human well-being, the right of all users to benefits gained from the use of water, and also needs to be considered when making water allocations. And we'll come to implementation of IWRM. It aims to create a sustainable water security and to improve the conditions in the catchment basin. Some important conditions of implementing how we can implement IWRM. It required first one, it is political will and commitment. Political will at all levels can be help uh, all stakeholders and move the process forward. It is especially needed to the resulting plan or arrangement would be create and require changes in the legal and institutional structures. Then basin management plan and clear vision. Water resources development coordinated among with the various sectors and users is facilitated by the preparation of master plan, and that reflects the individual sectors and plans and offers the most effective and efficient utilization of water resources. And capacity development. The capacity development and training priorities should be expressed at all the levels, including that decentralized and local government and participants who have to adversely impact or socially marginalized. Maybe it is stimulated to the practice participate. It is participate within the uh, building strategy. Then water allocation plans. As water is an shared resources, water rights should be flexible in terms of allocation in order to accommodate the changes. Preparing the master plan that reflects individual sector plans facilitates the coordination among with the various sectors and advocates the most appropriate utilization of basin's resources. And next one, it is saying advocate investment, financial stability, and sustainable cost recovery. Then you can see next one, it is a knowledge of good knowledge of the natural resources present in the basins. The advocate knowledge and information on the water resources inventory and human resources of the basin is desirable, including scientists as water resource managers can help maintain the good and accurate sound knowledge of the natural resources.